Hi guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at the Volkswagen ID.5. This vehicle is a very new model for the New Zealand spec. This particular variant is the Pro Plus. Let's have a quick look around outside. It's quite windy, so do apologize for the audio quality. Alright, from outside, has the same wheelbase as an ID.4 in terms of driving, chassis, dynamic, all that things, but it does have a nice sloping roofline at the back, so make it a coupe or sedan shape. At the front, we have a full LED headlight with light bar running in between for these particular variants, and black trims, black chrome bars, and Volkswagen logo at the front. 360 view camera is also available on this particular variant. On the side we have 20-inch alloys, so big wheels, big tires, makes it grip really well, handles really well as well. On the side we have a Pro bar over here, privacy glass on this particular vehicle, plus black roof on this particular vehicle as well. At the back we have again IQ headlight or tail light, so to speak, with the light bar running in between. Small spoiler that help with the aerodynamic plus your handling. Opening the tailgate, we have 540 liters boot space, so relatively large. It's square, it's low as well. Underneath, some additional storage for your charging cable, for your cargo net, for your cargo barrier, plus your tire mobility kit. So very well equipped. At the back, we have suede finish seats in the center and leather finish on the side. Very premium seats with some contrast stitchings. Take a seat inside. I do get a good amount of space for me. I'm 178 centimeters or 5'10". Armrest in center, very premium, good quality. Air vents and 2 USB charging. We do have mat pockets underneath, small foam pockets on the top. Overall finish quality, not bad at all. Another thing from outside, I really like these flash looking door handles. Unlike some other door handles, it sticks out, you have to pull out. Instead, this one you insert underneath and pull it. So it looks very nice. It kind of stops resist scratches or something like that. At the front, we have leather seats on the side and suede finish in the center. We have a nice support and electric adjustments, memory setting, heated function, plus your massage function as well. So good amount of features that's available on these front seats. Let's take a seat. So the Volkswagen ID range do not have a push button whatsoever, so all you need to do, just as soon as you are in the vehicle with your car key, press the brake, the screen will switch on. The motor is not engaged just yet until you switch into drive or reverse. When you release the brake and opening the driver door, the motor will shut off, the vehicle will shut off automatically. Apart from that, the leather wrapped steering is really good. Small display panel for 5.3-inch display. All I need is trip information and your speedo information. Again, that's enough for us. In the center, we have a 12-inch display, so that have things like driving information, vehicle settings, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay is available. Only thing we miss is probably the navigation. There are some issues about navigation on the ID range. Sorry for New Zealand market. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get it, at least for this particular spec. In the center, we have large cup holders, 2 of them, or you can make it a big storage box, so that's very good. Piano black trims are on the side, and wireless phone charging for your phone, and USB-C charging, 2 of them, and dividers for different storage, or cover it up. So overall, the storage is definitely not bad. One thing I really like is this armrest. You can press this to bring to any levels on your driver and passenger, so it's really good. I wish every car does that, so you don't have to worry about center console or anything like things like that, as long as you have space available, of course. Apart from that, everything's most quality on the inside is pretty good. You'll find a very soft finish around your air bolts, or around your hands, everything. There are some small plastic trims along the way, but these are not something where you touch every day. Alright, that's pretty much all the talking. Let's go for a drive, see how it goes. Alright, we are good to go. Right off the start, the acceleration very smooth. We are going to get a little bit whining noise here and there at low speed, just to warn pedestrians like these kids on the scooter. So it's gonna be standard across a lot of EVs these days. First thing, let's talk about power. So all the Volkswagen ID.5 will be the same power in New Zealand at this stage. So 150 kilowatts of motor and 310 Newton meters torque. So not shy of any performance. As an EV, 150 kilowatts will be enough for your daily trips for sure. And it's going to be driven by a single motor at the back, so rear wheel drive on the ID.5 range, same as the ID.4 as well. In terms of battery, these come with a 77 kilowatt hour battery pack. That's liquid cooling, lithium ion. That means you can drive this vehicle for around 530 kilometers on WLTP range. So more than enough for most people's even weekly commute, so to speak. Driving on sort of rough seal country road here and there, you can feel the bumps. It's handling that really well. It's relatively comfort compared to a lot of cars on the road, to be fair. Although this vehicle is more like a sedan or coupe looking vehicle, the ground clearance and the comfort is more of an SUV information. So you're getting a very nice body roll when you go around the corner, and you can feel the low gravity. That helps a lot as well. On this very rough seal, you'll hear the noise, but it's relatively quiet. I think thanks to its build quality. And driving wise, paddle is fairly responsive. When you put the foot down, it's gonna go. It doesn't really throw you to the back seats, but overall performance is not shy. You are getting good amount of performance assist on this sort of vehicle, and visibility is no problem at all. The rear windscreen is a little bit smaller than what you can find on the ID.4 due to the sloping roofline, but overall visibility on the side, big large wind mirror and small pillars here and there, and large body again, and so you do find very minimum blind spot here and there. We're under comfort mode right now. Let's quickly test the acceleration. I don't have anyone behind me. Let's slow it down to 30 and press. It's alright. The first acceleration is pretty responsive. After, let's say, 70k or 60k, it kind of slowed down a little bit. It's not bad for a family car. It's not a performance edition again. If you want the performance, maybe in the future Volkswagen will bring the GTX, whatever they want to call it in New Zealand. But yeah, for most people, this performance still gonna be very similar to a, let's say, a Tiguan 2-liter turbo. Not the proper R, but the standard, you know, Highline or R-Line. 130 kilowatts to 160, still decent for your daily trips. Another thing I will talk about on the driving is your driving gear selector. The driving gear selector, right now we're on drive, so it's gonna cruise. If I release the accelerator, it's gonna cruise as normal. You can also bring this up to a B mode. What B mode means, when you release the accelerator, it will just slow it down to very low speed. It's not gonna come to a complete stop, but it will come to somewhere around 6 to 10 kilometers. So it's gonna get you some regeneration on your traveling. It's quite handy if you drive this around town, so you don't have to use the brake all the time, or at least when you don't come to a complete stop. At the same time, when you release the foot off the pedal, the car will just give you some additional, you know, brake regeneration, brake power, additional efficiency back to your battery. So that's very helpful. Now before we go into these corners, let's quickly go through the driving mode and change to sport mode. Sport mode will just help us with a little bit more acceleration, a little bit more on the handling part as well. And let's quickly go around this corner. Very nice. The position of this vehicle is very low gravity, so you don't get really much of a body roll. I did push a little bit faster overall, of course, as you can see. But I didn't lose any confidence. Look at that. It's easy. It's not bad at all. Let's go around this one. Yeah, so 3 corner test, all pass, very good. Even if it's a long wheelbase vehicle, a very big car to be fair, a very wide car as well, but it sits on the road really well. And let's quickly test the acceleration again. No one is behind me. Let's slow it down to 30, 20, boost. This is not sport mode, by the way. Not bad. It's alright. Certainly not as fast as something like a Tesla Performance Edition, something like that, or a Kia EV6 GT, but overall the performance, pretty good. And the noise level on these cars is very minimum. You are not getting much of a noise. The only noise I can hear right now is pretty much the wind noise, being a fairly windy day. And the tire does give a very small noise, but you can't ignore it. Once you start playing music, everything will be gone. So noise level, really good. Love that cornering, look at that. Handles really well, like pretty much all the other Volkswagen vehicles. Alright, we are slowing down. Let's quickly test the brake. Okay, the brake is a little bit more spongy feel, like a lot of EV cars these days, to be fair. The story behind it is very simple. When you press the brake, the first sort of percentage of the travel is trying to give you regeneration braking instead of trying to touch your brake pads and get it to stop or slow down. That means when you press it, the first sort of, let's say, 5 to 10% of the travel, it's not super responsive, it's not really harsh braking until you press deeper. That vehicle feels you need more brake, then it will engage the brake pads. So your brake pedal is actually a control motor or control switch instead of an actual sort of brake controller, so to speak. That means it will just slow it down. Let's go around this corner, quickly show you the B mode, the regeneration mode, so we can see how much it slows down. I will let my foot off the pedal. You can see we are slowing down from 28 all the way to 5, 6 here and there. It's not going to do a complete stop. If you're ready to go, just press the accelerator just like that. And let's quickly try the U-turn just to see the turning circle on this vehicle. It's good, it's pretty good for rear-wheel drive. This is very well balanced for the turning circle. It's relatively small for a big size vehicle like this, so definitely a good thing. The steering is not super light but not super heavy either, so it's on the balance level. I think the steering gonna be very similar like a Volkswagen Tiguan, which is definitely a good thing for someone who wants to upgrade a Tiguan to an electric vehicle. Alright, here's the few things I really love about the ID.5. First thing is the size and space. It's super comfortable on the driver's seats. I haven't tried the rear seats, of course, when someone drives it. But overall, very good space, heaps of luggage space, heaps of storage space in the side, so no problem of that. Second thing I really love about this is how the digital panel, even if this is a small digital panel, I can see my speedo really clearly. Somehow make it larger so that you can get a lot more information than some certain vehicles. That means it's very easy to read my speedo. I do really appreciate that, and no matter how I adjust my steering, I can always see that very clearly. Although this is a small panel, it's easy to read. Next thing I really like about the ID.5 or ID range, to be exact, is the sound. I don't have anyone behind me. I'll indicate. Hear the indicate sound. It just sounds so satisfying. It's I think using the different speakers around the car to make that particular sound. That just makes it super cool to actually use rather than just old, petrol car indicators overall. I think they definitely put some good effort into making it. Whenever you open the door, whenever you switch on, they do give you all the sound scheme and all that things. Makes it very, very satisfying. And the last thing I really like about the ID.5 is just how easy it drives. It handles easy, and everything just feels like, doesn't feel as special as some EV cars where you have to take a lot of time to get used to it, to get to drive it, to get, you know, all the information. There's no too much gadgets available, although it might not be a bad thing, it may not be a good thing, but for me, it's just easy to, when you get in, you instantly know how to control these things, you instantly know how to use these functions. You're not going to have too much trouble if your family is upgrading from a T-Roc, Tiguan to something like this. You will have no major complaints about driving it, and it handles just like any Volkswagen vehicle. Somehow they made these handles just as good as all the other cars. That's definitely a good thing for me. Alright, that's the end of this video. That's all I wish to talk about in this particular video. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe and like. That would be really helpful for the channel. If you're looking to purchase one of these, please contact us. We are at RWD. We are the authorized dealer for Volkswagen, Kia, MG and Nissan vehicles. That's it for this episode, for this video. We'll see you next video. Thank you very much.